Hello crochet friends, welcome back. We're working on our pennant. We're on the blue portion and today we're starting our work at row 58. We currently have 56 stitches on our work and we are ready to go. This is the last portion of the blue. So the last few rows of the blue, we're going to finish it up today. So it's an increase row because it's even, row 58. So our first stitch, it gets 2 single crochets. Enter, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Go right back in that same stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Then we need a single crochet and we want to single crochet the next 54 stitches. So everybody gets just one, like we've been doing for the past few rows here, but we need 50, I'm sorry, did I say 56? I may have, but it's 54 single crochet across here. And then with our increases at each end, we're going to have a total of 58. All right, so we're back at our single crochets today, moving along. And like I said, this is the last part for the rows going back and forth to create our triangle. When we meet up next, what we'll be doing is working the edge, going around, making a nice neat edge around the whole project. And then we're going to make some nice stars to be placed on the blue portion here. That's where I'm placing mine. You can place yours wherever you like. Maybe you'd just like it all over the whole thing. That's okay. You do you. It'll be perfectly fine. But we are going to make stars. I'll show you how to make one. You can make as many as you'd like. You don't have to have, I got a little something there. You don't have to have the same amount I do. So you decide how many you'd like. And sometimes I decide as I'm going along because you just kind of look at the blue and decide on your placements and everything and how many you'd like. So it's going to be up to you and your choice and how you want them arranged. Maybe you want rows, maybe you want like a circle or an oval. So start thinking about that, thinking about how you'd like it to look. But like I said, we will do a border around the triangle here to make it just look a little more finished off, right? And I am going to hang mine, so I'm assuming everyone else is too, because it being a pennant. But if not, do what you want. But I'm going to use something on the top portion to stabilize. And I was looking for a dowel. I haven't found one yet. May have to run to the store. But a dowel or a very thin piece of wood would work, even a piece of heavy cardboard, just to go along the very top of the back of the blue, okay? And that will give it a little more structure when you hang it, so it doesn't, warp in or anything like that. And I'm going to do that for mine. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just think it's going to hang a little bit better for me. So because I just have the one nail, kind of like it's a little nail on my door that I hang everything from. So I'm thinking it will hang a little more sturdy. So I am going to look for something like that for the next time we meet, just to stabilize everything. So here we are. It's our last stitch and we want to give it 2 single crochets. It's an increase, right? So here's 1 and 2. Beautiful. Chain 1, turn your work. It's so big, I'm trying not to, I still have all my other little strings attached and everything here, my yarns. Oh dear. Okay, this is 59 and now we know we have 58 stitches on our work. So for row 59 we want to single crochet each of these 58 stitches. Same pattern, not changing it up on you. Just keep going along just like we've been doing, right? Nice and easy, beautiful single crochet work. You've got this. You know exactly what you're doing, right? All good. So we're going to go across here. Let's give it 58 single crochets and I'll see you at the end. Here we go. Okay, here we are, last stitch. That is stitch number 58. Chain 1, turn your work. Okay, this is row 60. This is our last increase row. Okay, do your little happy dance because I'm doing mine. Okay, first stitch gets 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. And then we want to single crochet across the next 56 stitches. Ooh-wee. Okay, so 56 just single crochets all the way until we get to that last stitch, and then we will increase. So we're going to have a total of 60 stitches by the time we're done with this row. So it's a lot of work, but you can do it. You've proved it. You've come this far. Just make sure you're, see, I only got a half a stitch there. Make sure you're getting your whole stitches, okay? Because I mean, sometimes we get like, ooh, I'm so close to being done, and then we start to go fast. And then, you know, we drop stitches or we miss stitches. So take your time. It's all good. Okay, go ahead. Finish up these 56. I'll meet you at the increase. Here we go. Okay, we're getting there. This is the increase stitch. This is the very last one. Just as we've been doing the whole time, 2 single crochets in that same stitch. Excellent. Chain 1, turn your work, back on the other side. Okay, this is it. Final row. Woohoo! Okay, it's row 61. And row 61 gets 60 single crochets. That's it, 60 single crochets. We'll finish up your pennant, and then we are going to, the next time we meet up, like I said, we'll do the edging and the stars, and this will be ready to go. I'm so excited. I hope you are also. You did a great job. It's a lot of stitch work, but it's so pretty. So I am, like I said, I'll be having something for structure up near the top for hanging. I do feel that it's pretty stiff. So if you, depending on how you're hanging it, maybe you want something on each corner or just in the middle, you may be able to get away without that, you know what I mean? Whereas I'm going to hang it from the very middle, because like I said, I just that one little nail there that where I'm planning to hang it. So a little structure will help me out, and that's okay. You know, do whatever works for you. But I try to show you what I do in case you need it. You never know. All right, so we're going along here. We're going along with these nice single crochets. Hope everyone's doing okay. Still a lot of stitch work, I know. So it's a lot, but I think it's definitely a great project. Definitely worth the work. And we're gonna finish it. It's not gonna be a nice little work in progress sitting there, right? No. We're gonna finish it up. So we're going along. This is lovely. And I'm just single crocheting, just taking my time, trying to make my stitches all the same, just like I had been the whole time, trying to be consistent. So we're doing great. If you have any questions, I'm happy to try and help out. I know when you're a very beginner, things seem a little foreign, but I think gotten this far, you gotta be doing great, right? I'd be curious to hear color combinations that y'all have done, and if anyone's done the stripe like we were talking about before, switching up the red and the white, I think that would look kind of neat too. So I think there's just so many options of what you could do with this. But it's nice to learn the shape, and I think that is great. You've got a nice triangle shape to kind of like put in your pocket and know that, oh, I can make that shape. What do I want to make with it? You know, and it doesn't have to be this big, or it could be bigger. It's always choices, but yeah, you can adjust this to any size. You could have stopped at the red and that would have been it, you know, nice little tiny triangles. Maybe you want to make a little bunting for a birthday or something like that. You could do that. You could even put letters on it. So lots of options, but now you know how to make a triangular shape, which is excellent. All right, getting near the end. How you doing? All right, now do not fasten off because we need to go around. Okay, don't need to chain one right now, but here it is. We finished up 60 single crochets there, looking great. Now you can decide if you'd like to do the next time, if you want to do blue and then white and red to go around your work. That's going to be choice for your trim. So you can do that, or you could do it all with one color. Maybe you want to do red all the way around. So kind of think about that. Think about what you'd like to do. If you're not going to use the blue, you can always fasten that off. It's all good. But we'll meet up next time and we'll get started on the outside and our stars. I'll see you then. Thank you and have a joyful day.